Welcome to the first module. So this video is going to be about how to adapt your training to your lifestyle realistically. So when it comes to your training, it's really important that you start with the training frequency you can actually commit to. What we see is a lot of people start with what frequency they think is ideal or optimal, but you shouldn't bid on optimal. You should bid on realistic, because when you're first starting, it's about being realistic and not being optimal. In order to do that, in order to pick a training frequency that's appropriate for you, you need to factor in everything that's already on your plate. That means your work, if you have kids, responsibilities, commute time, whatever it is, you need to think about it thoroughly and then come up with a training frequency that's realistic for you at the moment, considering everything that you're engaging in. You need to choose a schedule that fits your life. It doesn't matter if you think it's better to train in the morning because you've seen other people do it. What matters is that you find something that works for you. So for some, it will be to train during the evening. For others, it would be to train before going to work. I would say one advice is that it's a good thing if this schedule is fixed and if those sessions are recurring on a weekly basis. And last thing is, you have to remember that consistency always beats intensity over time. So you shouldn't go all out during the first weeks of training. Just focus on consistency, build a solid and realistic training frequency, and from there, you'll be able to get the progress that you want. The second idea is that you need to start treating training as non-negotiable. I always tell that to my clients, you need to treat your workouts like doctor appointments. This is very important. This is an appointment with yourself, with your health. One really practical and useful thing we tell our clients is to add sessions to your calendar. This primes your brain to expect the session every week at the same time. And this is a cheat code when it comes to adapting your training to your lifestyle. Last point about training being non-negotiable is that you can always ask for help. If you need to, if you want to, if you think it's for you, hire a coach for external accountability. That's what we do here at the studio. You can meet with a coach in person to have your sessions so you don't have to think about it. And you get this non-negotiability, if you will, through the support of your coach. Now, when it comes to matching training to your life, you need to know that it needs to work with the time, energy, and the schedule that you have. We spoke about the schedule, but now we're going to focus on time and energy. A hack when it comes to your energy is to find the highest energy window of the day that you have. For most people, it would be a few hours after waking up. That being said, if considering the schedule that you have, you can't train during that time, then find something that works. Whether it's right after work or some people have a spike of energy in the evening, then you can train at that time. Whatever works for you. There's no secret recipe. It's highly personalized to each individual. Last thing is more on a medium term base, but it's to adjust intensity based on your workload, your stress, your sleep. Again, if you have kids and you've had a bad night's sleep, don't expect the intensity to be amazing, and don't even go for the best performance that you can go for. Just go for something that works. Just go for your session, do what you can in the moment, and then just be proud of yourself because you've matched training to your life. Fourth idea is to be flexible. And it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you're not giving your 100%, if you're not performing at your peak, then it doesn't mean anything. It's not worth it. And that's when a lot of people will cancel their sessions because they think that if it's not the best session they can get, or that if they're not making progress, it's not worth engaging in. To adapt the session, to be flexible instead of canceling is key, and it will save you months, even years of progress if you get this idea right. Last thing about this is that maintaining momentum is key, and it's going to be your ally when it comes to your training, when it comes to accountability and everything. As long as you have momentum and you're present, you show up, then you're going to be protected by this momentum, which will save you when you really want to cancel. Have a plan B. You're going to have a hectic weeks. You're going to have a schedule, a workload that's packed, and you need to do the best you can with what you've got. So you need to work on some sort of strategy to have a backup plan when this is the tax seasons and when you're an accountant, for example. A mistake most people make is that they try to catch up missed workouts, because if we did not speak about it, you're going to miss workouts, and it happens. But the idea that you can catch up your workouts and then just stack them on top of each other, even if it's within the same day, for example, doesn't work, and you should not engage in this type of actions. Instead, you should do the minimum effective dose when life gets crazy and overwhelming. And that's how you match your training to your lifestyle, because in doing so, you're still engaging in your training even when life gets complicated. Last idea is to build a resilient mindset. You're going to need it, especially when you're starting to train. As we said, life will get in the way. Just expect it. It's part of the process and it's okay. Something that's really dangerous though is to cultivate what's called an all or nothing mentality, which is if I'm not giving my 100%, then might as well not doing it all. That's not great. When you're training and when you're betting on consistency, you will not be able to perform at your 100% every time. What you only have to do is to give the best you have in the moment, and that's going to be enough for you to progress. It's really important that you focus on small wins and not just the long-term goal that you've set yourself. So if your long-term goal is to lose 20 pounds, it's really important to focus on those few pounds that you've shed and not on the rest of the journey that's ahead of you. Training is a form of self-care, and it's really key when it comes to health, longevity, injury prevention, happiness, well-being, you name it. And you need to treat it as such, not as some sort of punishment that you deserve because you've not been engaging in healthy habits this past couple of weeks, months, years, whatever. It is something that you're doing for yourself because you want a better physique, you want a better mindset, you want to be happier, you want to live a healthy and meaningful life. You need to consider it as such and not something that you have to do, but something that you have the chance to engage in. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let us know. And in the meantime, I wish you a good day, evening, morning,